Well, this is a result of a leaking roof and leaking siding and a bathroom with bad paneling in it. We ended up gutting the bathroom. It started over a little leak that damaged some paneling, and I guess it turned into pretty much a full-scale. We gutted everything and we're going to remodel the bathroom. Now up here you can see that's daylight. There has been some water leaking down that wall, and it damaged the sheathing on the house. Now this house has blackboard sheathing. It's basically like a cardboard, and it's easily damaged by water, which you can see here. Let me get in a little bit closer. It's just, the stuff's still soft. It's dried out, but it's soft, and look at that. It's just like cardboard. It's junk. It isn't too bad when it's new, but when it gets wet, it's done. Now, when they build a house like this, most of it is sheathed in this blackboard or polystyrene foam board. Now, the corners of the house are braced with plywood, because this is an outside corner right here. Well, they brace the corners with plywood to give the house structural rigidity. So I'm going to go outside and take a look and see what we got out there. Okay, up here, that is the area where we're having the problem. You can see there is a added on porch here. When this was added on, the siding wasn't done right. It's allowed water to leak in and damage that sheathing. So where we were seeing daylight coming through in the bathroom, that is opposite right here. Now this is the tool that we're going to be using to remove the siding. This one's made by Malco. It's called a siding removal tool. We'll use that to get underneath the bottom channel of the siding, and it'll pop right off. Now the way this tool works is, you can see it's kind of like a hook, and what you do is you get it under the lip of your siding and you force it in there and pull out, and look at that. Now there is the other side of that damaged spot in the bathroom. So I'm going to finish pulling this piece off. Just run my hand, pop right off. Okay, I got the first piece of siding off. I just pulled along the bottom there, and the rest of it just peeled right off. They did have 2 nails up top holding it, keeping it from blowing out, I guess. I don't think that's the right way to do it, but I guess it works. So now I'm going to go and get that second course pulled off. Now to get this second course of siding off, I'm going to have to pry the nails out. There's nails located at every stud, and these are 16 inches on center. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to grab my the super bar here. Grab that in, get her on in between that nail there, pull the nail out. It's like a roofing nail. And the way I understand it, when you install siding, you don't really want to have it nailed in real tight, because you want to allow some movement. Vinyl siding expands and contracts quite a bit. This one's being a little bit more stubborn. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Another piece almost off. I just got to get back under here and unwork that. Okay, I got that next course of siding removed. Now I did crack the piece that goes in between the window and this upper J channel here. The piece in here cracked. I did also crack the J channel. The siding was caulked in there, and it's almost impossible to remove when it's put in that fashion. And the siding's really old. It's fairly cold out, and that's what happens. I do have a spare piece, so the color doesn't exactly quite match because it's faded over the years, but we're going to have to make do with what we got. Well, as you can see, I have now caused some mayhem. I got most of the siding pieces off that I needed to get at the bad sheathing. So now what I'm going to do is this black square here, I'm going to cut that out, and then I'm also going to cut out this area here. It's going to be a pain. I'm going to have to work behind this siding to get this bad section out, because you can kind of see the water stain here. I'm going to only replace it to this point. The reason being, I would like to pull all this siding off and resheath it all. However, there's an electric meter in the way, and that siding runs behind it. So I would have to get that electric meter moved, or I would have to get a J channel and channel around that meter.